Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us.
He shoots. He scores. It's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, jewel pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by The Stage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Steel jewelry by SteelX, jewel pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by The Stage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332. Their licensed tech.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland. It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland. It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Castle. Boys basketball tonight. Your Knights taking on the Bishop Luers Knights. Just like normal, we've got some production issues here with the broadcast. The Knights, guys, talk for a second. Talk.
The Knights come in at 8-11. Well, actually, I'm sorry, 9-11. And coming into the Bishop, coming into this game versus the Bishop Luers, they're picked to lose 68-55. And Derek, this week it really won't be an easy week for the Knights. They've got Bishop Luers tonight. They've got Jay County at home on Friday, and that's actually going to be senior night.
Yeah, and then they go on the road. They travel to Snyder and then Homestead, so very tough ending to the regular season before they head into sectional play. Of course, the sectional draw on Sunday afternoon. They'll find out who they'll play in the first round, whether they'll play on Tuesday or Friday. Of course, that sectional up at Columbia City as well.
Yeah, Fort Wayne Luers come into this game 8-8. In the last 30 years, Norwell and Fort Wayne Luers haven't met at all, so this is actually going to be the first meeting that Norwell and the Bishop Luers will have. J.J. Foster, the coach for Bishop Luers, comes into this game 29-31 in his third year at the Luers. And Randy Hawkins comes in 119-52 in his seventh year here at Norwell.
Okay, we've got to take a quick break during the national anthem here. We'll be right back.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs, and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now let's meet the visiting team, the Bishop Luers Knights. First, the non-starters. Number 2, Arian Chetman. Number 4, Alex Nair.
We'll join the public address announcer here for the starting lineup.
Number 23, Dan Shank. Number 25, Tyler Prince. And number 32, Connor Neely. And now the starters for the Bishop Luers Knights. At forward, a 6'7" freshman, number 5, Sidney Curry. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 11, Ray Walker. Also at guard, a 5'11" junior, number 12, J.J. Foster. At forward, a 6'6" junior, number 15, Blaine Cook. And at center, a 6'5" senior, number 35, Jordan Banks. The Knights are coached by Mr. J.J. Foster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the Norwell Knights. First, the non-starters, number 15, Levi Lighting. Number 22, Greg McMichael. Number 23, Quentin Middleton. Number 25, Riley Stauffer. And number 33, Gavin Glenn. And now the starters for your Knights at one guard, a 6'1" junior, number 10, Cody Shively. At the other guard, a 5'11" senior, number 12, Ian Kissel. Also at guard, a 6'3" sophomore, number 20, Cole Wilson. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 30, Colt Rinkenberger. And at guard, a 6'3" senior, number 32, Bray Wilson. Your Knights are coached by Mr. Randy Hawkins.
All right, once again, your starters for Bishop Luers, it's number 5, Sidney Curry, number 11, Ray Walker, number 12, J.J. Foster, number 15, Blaine Cook, and number 35, Jordan Banks for head coach J.J. Foster. For your Knights, it's Cody Shively, number 10, number 12, Ian Kissel, number 20, Cole Wilson, number 30, Colt Rinkenberger, and number 32, Bray Wilson for head coach Randy Hawkins. And I'm not even sure we're on the air, fellas.
Yeah, we are. I checked on my phone. We are.
I can't get it to work. Luers gets the tip. Luers a heavy favorite in this one, as the turnaround quickly by Jordan Banks gives Luers the early 2-0 lead. And Bishop Luers putting some defensive pressure on the Knights here right off the bat. Typical in SAC, from SAC schools. As Bray Wilson launches and gets a 3 to go down. Sorry, folks, we're a little choppy here. We're trying to do 6 things at once to try to get this stream up. We've had some issues with our software tonight. As the Knights try to get it up court. That's Cole Wilson. He'll reset to Cody Shively.
Mine was working.
Ian Kissel launches a long 3. That's short, rebounded by Sidney Curry. Luers, yep, it is. All right, so we do have confirmation that the broadcast is working. That was Banks who just missed the 3. As that shot was off, I missed it, Noah.
And that was by Cody Shively. And number 11, Ray Walker, rebounded the ball. And number 5, Curry, knocks it home, down and under. They're all trying to do a really good, well, they're doing a great job just trying to find the seams in that full court press. Cole Wilson with the ball.
Kissel gets it back up top with 5:57 left here in the first quarter. The Knights trying to slow things down against the Knights from Bishop Luers, and it's effective so far. Cody Wilson, or Shively, couldn't get that 3 to go. That was J.J. Foster on the rebound. And nice save there by Bray Wilson.
Yeah, Luers, they have a lot of height on their team. They have a guy that's 6'4", another 6'4", 6'7", 2 guys that are 6'6", 3 others that are 6'4", and then another 6'5". And that 6'7", Sidney Curry, number 5, he is actually a freshman starting for the Bishop Luers.
That is impressive.
So we will be seeing a lot more of him in the coming years.
And I'll tell you what, he's put together pretty well as well. He's not just a skinny freshman. Kind of looks like LeBron James did when he was a freshman in high school. Got the mature face and body at that age. Cole Wilson dropping it down, and the kick out to Kissel for 3. Norwell out to a 6-4 lead with 4:39 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Norwell in a man-to-man. Little surprising against the size advantage of Luers, as inside Curry travels on his way to the hoop.
Yeah, the Norwell Knights are implementing a similar game plan to what they used on Friday night out at Huntington North. Pretty slow, methodical pace, and that's okay.
Kissel directing traffic up top. Shively will switch sides and come to the right wing. He's way up there. Now baseline, Wilson with the turnaround jumper halfway down. Did not go. Boy, I thought that ball was in. There's a 3 attempt for Luers. That was number 15, Blaine Cook. The junior knocks down the 3 ball. And Luers now with a 1-point lead, just over halfway through the first quarter.
Great ball movement from the Knights so far. Back out to Shively, passed all the way over to Barry Wilson, and he hits down the 3.
Excellent look by Bray Wilson, and a good find on the assist. Doing most of the ball handling so far is J.J. Foster for Luers, as that was Jordan Banks knocks down the jumper to tie it up. About a 16-footer for Banks. He's got a pretty good shot as well. Cole Wilson's going to take it right at Banks. He's going to draw the foul. I think the foul's going to go on Blaine Cook. We'll have to check it. That is correct.
First team foul for the Luers and first foul of the game. Cole Wilson will be shooting 2 as he misses the first one.
Yeah, he didn't get his legs into that. Kind of leaning back when he shot that free throw. Tough to make when you're doing that. As Colt Renkenberger takes a seat, Riley Stauffer checks in for him. And 2 free throws missed by the sophomore. Luers heading the other way with a chance to take a lead. J.J. Foster, the coach's son, number 12, listed at 5'11". He launches the 3-ball, no good. And Bray Wilson comes out of there with it, quickly up the court. Cody Shively settles the Knights into their offense against Luers man-to-man. Luers put some pressure on a couple of made baskets early, but they have not made a basket here in a little bit. So I imagine that's going to be a consistent thing out of this squad. Wilson lost the handle, but now Shively will reset. J.J. Foster guarding Ian Kissel and doing a good job on Ian to this point. That's Riley Stauffer from the corner, and J.J. Foster pulls down the rebound. Kind of a modified mohawk Foster's got going on as he gets to the rim and gets fouled, although I think that's going to be on the floor. It'll go on Ian Kissel, his first. Levi Leidig's going to check in and replace Bray Wilson. Also, Colt Renkenberger back in. Who else sat down there, Noah?
In Cole Wilson.
Okay, so the Wilson family's out, and another jumper from Jordan Banks gives Luers the lead. Boy, I'll tell you what, Jordan Banks has got a soft touch for a big guy.
Well, and you know what? If you would take one more step back, that would have been another point added to the scoreboard. I mean, he's so close to that three-point line.
Well, he's obviously comfortable from that spot, about 17, 18 feet. That's going to be a foul on Blaine Cook, I believe. Cook listed at 6'6", playing guard. They've got a large front line, 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". Now Cook will take a seat with his second foul and be replaced by Jason Davis, a 6'4" junior. Kissel across the timeline, just under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Levi Leidig in there. He got the start on Friday night, just a freshman. Strong for a freshman, though.
Yeah, Cole Wilson, he has a huge knee brace on his leg, so I heard that it was getting better, but he did something to it in practice, I believe.
Renkenberger gives it up to Shively. Now Leidig up top travels. And Luers will get the basketball back, leading by a pair. Norwell doing a good job, though, of keeping possessions to a minimum so far. In the corner, not taking the shot. They dump it down to Curry. Nice pass to Banks. Banks will score, and he will be fouled as Riley Stauffer got a piece of Banks' left arm as he laid it up. That's his first, team second. Cole and Bray Wilson both back into the game for Shively and Stauffer with 1:08 on the clock.
And Banks really beat Riley Stauffer to the hole, and really Riley shouldn't have fouled him because he is just giving him another opportunity for him to make that shot right there.
Yeah, he wasn't going to stop Jordan Banks. Jordan Banks listed at 6'5", and he's probably 230.
Oh, yeah.
I would guess. Not a chiseled 230, but you can tell he's a strong young man. Been active at guarding out on the floor. Ian Kissel creates a three from the left wing. Ian 2 of 3 to start things here. J.J. Foster left wide open from the just beyond the elbow. That extends Luers' lead back up to 4. A little bit of a miscommunication there on the defensive end for the Knights. They left J.J. Foster all alone. Now Norwell's going to spread the floor with 27 seconds left here in the quarter and try to take the last shot. They can get within one with a three-pointer. Ray Walker all over Ian Kissel, and that's going to be another turnover on the Knights. I don't know if Levi thought that the ball was touched by a Luers player or just kind of lost track, but he's going to be replaced by Quentin Middleton. First time Middleton on the floor for the Knights. Luers with a chance here to extend their lead. They're up by 4. As Walker, they swing it down low, and a jump ball is going to be called. Good defense by Cole Wilson. Norwell will have the ball with 4.4 seconds, so they got enough time to get a shot off here. Luers is going to defend into the backcourt. The baseball pass to Bray Wilson across the timeline. He's got time. Turn around, launches the three. It's well short. That will end the first quarter of play. Bishop Luers 16, Norwell 12. We'll take a break here from the YMCA and be right back.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you with a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Well, Norwell hanging with Bishop Luers. According to Harrell, well, I'll have to find it. I forgot I left that page. We'll figure that out, what Harrell's prediction was for tonight.
It was 68-55. Bishop Luers was going to win that he predicted.
So a 13-point favorite. Oh, nice pass underneath. And getting it to go was Ray Walker. Nice look there by Banks to find Walker on the back cut underneath. Boy, he was wide open. Not sure who was responsible for him on the defensive end. Knights playing, both Knights teams here playing man-to-man. As Ray Walker just sticking like glue to Ian Kissel. Walker, a 5'11" junior, similar size to Ian. As Cole Wilson being guarded by J.J. Foster. I don't think Coach Foster was too happy with J.J.'s defense on Kissel in that first quarter, so they made a switch.
Well, Ray Walker is certainly doing a great job against guarding Ian Kissel.
They finally are able to get the ball to Ian, way up by the timeline. He tries to get past Walker, did not, but he got the shot to go on the pull-up. We'll see if the foul, it does. It goes on Ray Walker. He must have swatted him on the way by. Nice move by Ian. He'll try to bring the Knights back to within 3 as Quentin Middleton checks out. Shively in for Norwell. Norwell 9-11 coming into this one, trying to finish out these last couple weeks on a high note to prepare for the tournament. As that was in and out. Knights have had a couple shots halfway down early on here. Inside, that's Banks with the basketball, drawing the double team. Now the double team leaves him. And good rebound by Colt Rankenberger. Took it away from the freshman Sidney Curry. Ray using his forehead as an assist there to hang on to that pass. There's a nice back cut by Cody Shively. And good court presence by Bray Wilson to find him for the assist. Way up top, Curry's going to shoot the jumper, and he can't get the roll. Bray Wilson the other way. Knights pushing it here a little bit. Ian Kissel on the drop pass, no good. Good look, though, by Ian. Quickly the other way, J.J. Foster. As Banks launches a three and hits it. Boy, he has been money out front for Bishop Luers.
Yeah, so far he has 12 points.
As that's his first three-pointer. Cole Wilson flashes into the lane. Might have double dribbled, no call. And the Knights back to within 3 at the 5:36 mark here in the second quarter. J.J. Foster looking inside. Luers knows they've got a big advantage going inside, although Banks keeps stepping out. And that one rattled in and out as well. So that cooled him off a little bit. Kissel reset the offense for the Knights. He'll try to drive past J.J. Foster, and a foul's going to be called. That'll be a shooting foul and send Ian to the line to shoot a pair. That's the first foul on J.J. Foster, fourth on the team. And it looks like Blaine Cook's going to check back in. He's got 2 fouls. If the Knights are wise, they'll take it right at him as Kissel missed another free throw. He hadn't done that very often this year. I can't remember the last time he missed 2 in a row.
I can't remember either. It's definitely been a long time.
Can you remember, Derek?
He hasn't missed 2 in a game very often.
That's true. He's had a great year from the free throw line. That one.
Boy, gosh.
0 for 3. So, kind of unusual. Sidney Curry bringing the ball up himself. The 6'6" and 6'7". They're 6'5" and 6'6" fellas handling it in the backcourt. Don't see that too often. Foster gets it into Curry. Curry with the turnaround left-handed shot. Nice touch. Nice soft touch from the freshman.
He only has 4 to his name so far, but I'm sure he'll get a lot more tonight.
That was Bray Wilson with the miss and Curry with the rebound. Luers heading the other way. Foster changes gears. Nice move, but couldn't get it to go. The offensive putback by Banks, no good as well. Knights have numbers. Kick out to Wilson, no good. And almost tipped in by Sidney Curry on the floor. That's going to be a jump ball. As Cole's got to be careful swinging that ball around like that.
No, it's going to be a foul.
Not on him.
No.
It'll go on Jordan Banks, his first, as he was kind of had Cole in a bear hug there. Team's 5th, 4:22 left here in the half. Ray Wilson, good hands by Cody Shively to corral that pass. As the Knights will reset. Luers has stayed in that man-to-man all night long so far. Nice fake by Bray Wilson. But a tough pass. Shively on the arc. They've got 4 guys floating around the arc. Kissel open long enough to get rid of the 3 ball, but it was short. Now the long pass up ahead to J.J. Foster. And Norwell calls their second timeout, I believe. Is that right? No?
I think that's just their first.
That's just their first, I believe.
Okay. 3:54 left here in the half. We'll take a quick break and be right back after these words from Subway.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
Welcome back to the Castle on a Tuesday night. Small crowd here at the Castle tonight.
Yeah.
Norwell with not very many folks, and I'll give you a head count on Luers fans here in just a second. Luers now bringing some full court pressure. They got Cole Wilson wide open for a layup. That's a good job of breaking the pressure by your Knights. The Luers Knights will bring it up. Boy, they have got some size. Blaine Cook back out there on the floor. They've not had all 4 of them out there at the same time so far, but they've got 3 big boys out there right now. J.J. Foster with the set shot from three-point land. And that's the biggest lead of the ball game for Luers right now, up to 8. Wilson trying to break the press. They get it into the front court. It will remain Norwell's ball. Cody Shively up top. He'll shoot a quick 3. Good for Cody Shively. Tonight's doing pretty well from beyond the arc so far this evening. If they can keep that up, they'll hang in this game. Blaine Cook with the jumper just inside the arc, no good. And Sidney Curry pulls down the rebound. J.J. Foster inside. That's Curry on the turnaround. Good, nice soft bank. I'll tell you, he's going to be a player.
He's going to be a great player in the future. He's still got a couple of things to learn, but as a freshman, he is well built.
Boy, good hands there by Colt Rinkenberger as Cody Shively squeezes off another 3, and Cole Wilson throws it away. Yep, that'll be an over and back call on the Knights, another turnover. Couple subs coming in for Luers as Ray Walker back in, and also Arian Chapman on the floor for the Luers Knights. Chapman, a 6'4 senior. Walker, as we mentioned, a 5'11 junior. He's got the basketball in his hands right now with 2:15 left in the quarter. Oh, way outside. Chapman launches a 3. Didn't look very comfortable doing it. And a foul underneath. That'll be the 6th team foul on Bishop Luers. The first foul on Sidney Curry. Into the Norwell lineup, Levi Leidig replaces Cole Wilson.
Yeah, Levi's going to really have to fight hard underneath when he penetrates. There's just so much size tonight. Great feed to Colt Rinkenberger.
By the way, 31 fans here for Luers tonight. Just counted them. So I think that's pretty accurate. They're all right here around us. makes it pretty easy to count. There's a steal by Kissel as he's chased down from behind by Walker. Boy, great defense by Walker to get that ball back. And J.J. Foster with a wild pass. Now he launches the 3 as it ends up in his hands. And Colt Rinkenberger with a good rebound. I think this is the first time that Norwell's played Luers, maybe ever.
Yes,
that 3 by Cody Shively gets the Knights to within 2. Norwell doing a good job of hanging in this one, fellas.
I'm sorry, Greg. You are right. This is the first time ever that Norwell and Bishop Luers has played against each other. That's a traveling violation against Walker.
As Walker goes ahead and shoots it, missed it. And Jordan Banks will come back in. Now, Banks was very good early on in this, and I think he's got 12 right now, doesn't he, Noah?
You were correct.
So maybe he can settle down this Luers team and stem Norwell's run. Banks is senior. Norwell's going to hold it for one shot to end the half here with 47 seconds on the clock, and not a lot of pressure being put on right now by the Bishop Luers Knights. Cody Shively now, Colt Rinkenberger. As Noah mentioned, no meetings between these two teams in the last 30 years. I promise you there wasn't any meetings before that either. Norwell, the only SAC teams Norwell played back in the day were Wayne and Southside.
We don't even play Southside anymore.
Still play Wayne, though.
Wayne was an overtime victory this year.
Yeah, that's right.
That was at Wayne.
And that was
Kissel
also
with 8 seconds.
That was a rescheduled game as well.
Nice drive by Ian Kissel to tie it up at 30. And the 3 by J.J. Foster well off. Boy, great job by Norwell hanging in this game. The heavily favored Bishop Luers Knights come into the castle, and they've got their hands full. We've got a 30-30 tie at halftime. We'll take a break here from a few sponsors and be back in just a couple minutes.
We repair
and we renew.
Surgical services at Adams Memorial Hospital, helping you be healthy in every way. We comfort
and we deliver.
The Maternity Center at Adams Memorial Hospital, helping your family be healthy in every way.
Hi, this is Ken Mast with New Holland Tri-County. We are looking forward to providing you with sales and service again this year. We are inviting all of our customers to our open house on February the 23rd at our facility on State Road 1, just south of Bluffton. We'll be hosting a Kinsey clinic in the morning from 9 to 11, followed by lunch at noon. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out our expanded facility, this is your chance. In addition to lunch, we will be offering discounts on parts. We'll be on hand to answer any questions you may have. We look forward to visiting with each and every one of you and show you our product lines. Once again, the open house is February 23rd with the Kinsey Clinic from 9 to 11, followed by lunch. New Holland, Tri-County, just south of Bluffton on State Road 1. Hope to see you there.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
Welcome back to the Castle. We're all knotted up at 30 here between the Knights from Bishop Luers and your homestanding Norwell Knights, along with Noah Tobias and Derek Decker. This is Greg Van Meter saying good evening, everybody, from halftime. And I apologize that we didn't have much of a pregame show. Make that no pregame show, as we had a serious issue with our streaming software. I now know way too much about how streaming works, Noah. Way too much.
Yeah, I guess you got to know those things when we're doing broadcasts like this on YouTube now. You know, it's a lot different than what we have been doing the past few years.
Past 6 years, this is the first year we've used this particular software. Our old streaming company went out of business, Derek, and left us with what we have. And when it works, it's great. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But unfortunately, sometimes it's a little balky, but we're glad we got it going for you tonight. I feel a lot smarter, and Noah, I know you have a lot of stats to share with our audience, so go ahead, buddy.
All right, individual scoring for the Bishop Luer Knights. Number 5, Sidney Curry, he has 6 points to his name. Number 11, Ray Walker, only with 2. Number 12, J.J. Foster with 7. Number 15, Blaine Cook, has 3 points. And the Knights' leading scorer, number 35, Jordan Banks, has 12. He is 5 for 9 from the field, 4 of 6 for 2-point field goals, and 1 of 3 for 3-point field goals. As a team, the Bishop Luer Knights are 13 of 24 from the field, which is 54%. They are also 10 of 15 for 2-point field goals, which is 66%. And also 3 of 9 for 3-point field goals, which is 33%. They only shot 1 free throw in that half, and that was number 35, Jordan Banks, and he made that. And then non-scoring for the Luers, they had 8 assists, 3 of them coming from number 15, Blaine Cook. 11 rebounds total, 5 of them from the freshman, Sidney Curry. 1 steal by Walker. That was he took that away from Ian Kissel. 6 fouls total and 4 turnovers. 2 of them coming from Sidney Curry, and another 2 coming from Ray Walker, number 11. And now for your Norwell Knights, individually scoring. Number 10, Cody Shively, has 8 points. Number 12, Ian Kissel, has 10 points, and he is the leading scorer for the Norwell Knights. Number 20, Cole Wilson, has 4 points. Number 30, Colt Rinkerberger, has 2 points, and number 32, Bray Wilson, has 6 points. As a team, the Knights were 12 of 22 from the field, which is 54%. For 2-point field goals, they were 6 of 7, which is 85%. And also 3-point field goals, they were 6 of 15, which is 40%. The Knights were 0 of 5 from the free throw line. Ian Kissel missed 3, and then Cole Wilson missed 2. Non-scoring for the Knights, they have 9 assists total. 4 different players have 2 assists. Then they also have 10 rebounds total to Luers 11. They have 1 steal, and that was Ian Kissel who has that steal to his name. And then also they have 2 fouls total and 4 turnovers, 2 of those turnovers coming from the freshman, number 15, Levi Leidig. That wraps it up for statistics for this halftime show. Really, both teams doing pretty well turnover-wise. Bishop Luers has 4, and Norwell also has 4. But we'll have to see if the shooting percentage keeps up for both teams, because Luers, they have 55% from the field, and Norwell has 54, Derek.
Yeah, that's both of those statistics are very good. That's good shooting for both teams. Some great touch shown, and a lot of transition buckets, a lot of transition threes as well. When the pace has fluctuated a little bit. For Norwell, it started out a little slow, and then as the game went on, as Norwell went on a little bit of a run, the pace really got into gear.
Yeah, Luers really kind of got away from what was successful for them early. They were pounding it down on the low post to Banks and Curry, and Banks would slip out just beyond the free throw line, knock down some shots. They kind of got away from that late in the second quarter as J.J. Foster and a couple of the other exterior players started launching some shots, couldn't get them to go, and the Knights took advantage of it by knocking down, what'd you say, Noah, 40% of their threes in the first half?
Norwell, they knocked down, 40%. They were 6 of 15.
Yeah, that's good shooting. Anytime you're above 33%, as you need to get we got some dancers out there. They need to. They could show Norwell dance team a couple of moves, I think. They're doing pretty good out there. In any case,
getting a little off topic.
You guys aren't buying what I'm selling there, huh?
Not really.
No.
Yeah. I expect Luers to come back out and really start trying to dump it down low again. They've got such a size advantage with Cook and Curry and Banks, and then they've got some big guys coming off the bench, and Chapman, Davis. I mean, Norwell does not have a player as tall as the 5 players I just mentioned.
Yeah, Norwell's doing a great job of doubling down when the ball does get down to the post for Luers. I know Cole Wilson has done a great job trying to hustle. They're really trying to just contest, but because Sidney Curry and Jordan Banks are so big, it's tough because once they bring that ball above their head, it's so tough to really try to knock the ball out because you don't want to commit a foul. But then also when number 35 Jordan Banks steps out beyond the three-point line or near the three-point line, he's been hitting them. So you don't necessarily want to lay off of him when he's out there trying to shoot that ball.
I think the other thing you're probably going to see from Luers to start off this third quarter, and at least, is some really ramped up ball pressure. And Norwell's going to have to withstand that. I think you'll probably see it full court. So Norwell's going to have to take care of it here as we start the second half. We'll take a quick break here from Lawrence Body Shop and be right back with the second half after these words.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lawrence Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lawrence Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrencebodyshop.com.
Welcome back to the Castle. I'm guessing we're going to see starters for both squads out on the floor to start this second half. Norwell, of course, started Cody Shively, Ian Kissel, Cole Wilson, Colt Rankenberger, and Bray Wilson. For Luers, it looks like they're starters. Ray Walker, who's a transfer into Luers this year. J.J. Foster, who came over at the end of last year from Homestead. Although it looks like Jason Davis is going to start the second half instead of Sidney Curry. Also out there, Jordan Banks and Blaine Cook. So Davis, the only change. Davis is a 6'4 junior as Norwell has the ball to start the second half. And it looks like, yep, they are in a man-to-man. Walker guarding Kissel. Wilson up top. Actually, no, they're in a man-to-man as Jordan Banks chasing out Colt Rinkenberger. Cody Shively looking for help, finds Kissel. 7:30. Knights have already used 30 seconds and not even glanced at the basket. Oh, that's a dangerous pass. Foster almost got his left hand on it. Kissel cross court to Shively. And I really thought Luers would get after it here to start this second half. As Shively, his shot was partially blocked by Banks. Nice save by Davis. Quickly the other way, Walker gets rid of it on the high dribble. Now J.J. Foster handling it all the way through the lane, no good. And Cole Wilson comes out of there with it. How many did Foster have in the first half, Noah?
Foster had 7 points to his name.
All right. He averaged 11 in his return to Luers last spring. Cole Wilson on a good three-point look. A little short. And Norwell will retain possession. Looks like that might have been off of Davis down there in the corner.
That ball was kicked off of his foot.
6:30 left here in the third quarter. Very slow pace so far in this second half. Neither team has scored yet. Still tied at 30s. Wilson high post to Rinkenberger. And Rinkenberger not even looking to put up a shot there. He was wide open if he'd have turned around from the lane. As Banks didn't follow him out at all. Just kind of stayed back in that low post area. They're switching on every Norwell movement. And a foul's going to be called on Ray Walker. Just reached in on Cole Wilson. That'll be his second, team's first. Second half's first. And now Sidney Curry's going to check in for Luers. He'll replace Ray Walker. And so now you got four guys out there, 6'4" or better. They go 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". Boy, that's a lot of size. Nice pass inside to Rinkenberger. Couldn't get the shot to go, and Banks with the rebound. Luers wants to run. Norwell doing a good job of getting back. Both Banks and Cook thought about the long ones. Instead, they reset. Now Banks on the low post. Excuse me, that was Curry. And it's off of Curry. Norwell will get the ball back on the turnover. Banks is not real mobile.
No, he isn't. He's got a great shot to him, but he is a little slower getting up and down the court and also moving through their offense.
Well, and he's not going to move much on defense either. He's ordering switches on every movement by the Knights. Oh, nice fake there by Kissel. Wilson threw it away. J.J. Foster will head the other way. One-on-one against Cody Shively. Good defense by Shively, but Davis pulls down the rebound for Luers. Banks underneath to Curry. No good. A little hard off the rim. Lid on the basket for both teams so far as Bray Wilson gets a touch. Rinkenberger underneath. Threw it away. It'll remain Norwell's ball as Davis again bats it out of bounds. 4:38 on the clock.
Now, after a pretty quick pace to end the second quarter, it's very slow.
Neither team can get a shot to drop at this point. Actually, there's only been a couple of shots. So there hasn't even been much fury to go with the lack of lightning. Bray Wilson finds Kissel for a long three. That bounces over the strap, touches it on the way down. And Luers will get the ball back. Jordan Banks will inbound in a very cavalier manner as he jogs up the floor. J.J. Foster up top. Ever since Foster's tried to score, gone into scoring mode, Luers has stopped scoring. Nice turnaround by Curry with the left hand on the baseline. That's the first points of the second half at the 4:05 mark. That is a long time for neither team to score. Wilson looks inside. Norwell has made a couple of adjustments to their offense, and so far they're not working very well, as they've only gotten off a couple of long threes. Wilson for three, no good. And nice rebound by Davis, high above the rim. Foster the other way. Cook, who has not looked to score at all. Curry again inside. And we thought that might happen, fellas. They are really pounding it down low to Sidney Curry. And it's working well so far here in the second half. Kissel tries to drive, and a foul's going to be called on the floor. That could go against one of a couple of guys. It's going to go on Davis. That's Jason Davis' first foul. Team second. Checking in for Norwell, Levi Leidig and Riley Stauffer. Cole Wilson and Colt Rinkenberger take a seat. 3:13 left here in the third. Wilson finds Stauffer underneath. Stauffer elects to kick it out to Shively. In and out again. Davis with another rebound. J.J. Foster into the lane, kicks to Cook. Davis now Banks back out to Davis. He'll launch a three and make it. And Coach Hawkins is going to burn another timeout, as Norwell has yet to score here in this second half. It's a full timeout for your Knights. We'll take a break and be right back.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Well, after a very strong finish to the first half, the Knights are ice cold to start the second half. Over 5 minutes into the third quarter, the Knights have yet to score. Luers have put up 7. That's not exactly earth-shattering, but it's good enough to have built a 7-point lead. Bray Wilson will inbound for the Knights, and hopefully Coach Hawkins able to make a couple of adjustments to get this team going. Luers in their three-quarter court trap now. Perhaps Norwell can find some open space as they settle back into their man-to-man, though. Bray Wilson at the elbow. Levi Leidig almost threw it away. Now Stauffer gets it in the corner. He's kind of trapped down there, but he finds Cody Shively to reset it for the Knights. Leidig will drive and get his shot altered by Sidney Curry. Sidney Curry a full foot taller than Levi Leidig. Curry on the baseline. That's Davis. He'll drive and be grabbed by Leidig for a foul. That'll be Levi's first, I believe.
You're correct.
First on the team. 2:05 left on the clock here in the third quarter, as Colt Rinkenberger will check in. Bray Wilson will set down.
At the end,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. At the end of the first half, Norwell's field goal percentage was 54. It's down to 41 now.
As Banks on the quick shot underneath gives Luers a 9-point lead. And now some full court pressure from Luers again as Kissel blows right by Banks and lays it in. The first basket for Norwell coming at the 146 mark of the third quarter. That was J.J. Foster with a long three. Good pursuit there by Colt Rinkenberger to pull down the rebound. Shively will set things up for the night as they play catch up top. Cody directing traffic as Riley Stauffer goes weak side to strong side. Trying to post up Banks at the high post. And I think that's just a passing position as Cody Shively buries a three from straight away. The Knights back to within 4 with a minute left here in the quarter. Cook to Banks on the low post. Cody trying to dig on him a little bit now. Cook open for 3 and knocks it down. Is that the first shot he's taken?
Let me check here for a second.
All right.
No, it isn't. He is 2 of 3.
2 of 3. Okay, well, he hasn't shot the ball much tonight at all as Levi Leidig just gets it taken away from him by Banks. J.J. Foster lays it up and in. And just like that, the Norwell deficit back to 9. A little bit of a struggle here with Luers' defense as Stauffer on the wing will get it to Shively. He'll set things up with 12 seconds on the clock. Kissel with Davis guarding him. 5 seconds. Ian trying to make something happen. Can't get the jumper to go. The long shot from Davis high off the backboard. That'll end the third quarter. Bishop Luers out to a 9-point lead after 3. We'll take a break and be back with fourth quarter action after these words from our sponsors.
The University of St. Francis Marching Pride is getting ready to debut later this year, and you could be the next member of Fort Wayne's only collegiate marching band.
I get to be part of a new tradition here in Fort Wayne. Make new friends before classes start.
Helps reduce my tuition costs.
The University of St. Francis is now holding auditions at our Talent Scholarship Days, beginning Friday, March 4th on the USF campus. For more information, contact the University of St. Francis at 399-7700 or online at art.sf.edu.
At Warren Pharmacy, we offer local delivery, accept hundreds of prescription insurance plans, offer special ordering for hard-to-find items, have home health care and convalescent supplies, stock Nature's Bounty, Windmill, and basic vitamins, and Nature's Sunshine nutritional products, along with many other services provided. Warren Pharmacy, 222 North Wayne Street in Warren. You can reach them toll-free at 800-895-7035. Warren Pharmacy, we're big enough to meet your needs, yet small enough to know your name.
Well, Norwell with some ground to make up as they were outscored in that third period, 14-5. I think you're going to continue to see some pressure from Luers on the defensive side of things. Leidig, Cole Wilson, Bray Wilson, Colt Rinkenberger, and Kissel out there for the Knights. And J.J. Foster is going to be fouled on his way to the hoop. He's out there with Davis, Banks, Cook, and Curry for Bishop Luers.
Well, the good news for Norwell is Luers, I presume, will continue to run a fast-paced offense so that 9-point deficit can be cut in half and then get back right in it in a hurry.
Hit a couple of threes. They were 40% from beyond the arc in the first half. Now they've cooled off considerably since then. I don't think they hit 1 3, I think, in the third quarter. 3 of the 5 points. That was Cody Shiver, I believe.
Yes, you're correct.
As Foster able to knock down a couple free throws. Kissel finds Leidig, the freshman, has good job of breaking the press there by the Knights. Cole Wilson takes it in and couldn't get it over Stephen Curry. Sidney Curry. Wide open from the corner. Davis for 3. That's good. And now a double-digit lead extended for Luers. They're up by 14. Cole Wilson, nice move on the wraparound layup. Well, able to break the press, but as Derek mentioned, nice floater there by J.J. Foster. As Norwell not having much trouble with the Luers pressure. That's Cole Wilson for 3. And Wilson with a hot hand all of a sudden. Cuts Luers' lead to 11. This is, I'll tell you, you can really tell this is the pace Luers wants to play. They're trying to get it to Curry on the low post. He gets the double team and able to get it in. Tough shot by Sidney Curry.
That's a very athletic move for a player that's 6'7", and he's a freshman. He's just, I think he knows his body right now as a freshman, and when you know what you can do with your body when you're that tall, you know, that's very threatening.
As Blaine Cook picks up his third foul, he'll take a seat. Ray Walker back in there for Luers, as well as Banks is back in there. Cody Shively re-enters for Norwell. Leidig takes a seat. 6:23 left in the fourth. On the back cut, Riley Stauffer travels before he can get rid of the pass. So that's another turnover on the Knights. They've really not had that many turnovers, and they've done a good job with Luers' pressure to this point.
And Norwell has 7 turnovers to Bishop Luers' 5. They both had 4 at the end of the first half.
That's really not bad. Curry with another turnaround, and he is dominating here so far in the fourth quarter. Wilson looking for help. They break it again. Cody Shively will take it to the hole and score. Good job of protecting the basketball there from Sidney Curry by Shively. Luers, though, more than happy to trade baskets with a 13-point lead, as Shively on the dig will foul Banks. That'll be Cody's first, team's third. Ray Wilson will check back in for the Knights, replacing Colt Rinkenberger.
Norwell doing a much better job of scoring the basketball here in the fourth quarter. They're being able to do that by breaking the press and getting out on the run, but they're trading baskets right now for Luers. They got to get a couple stops.
Yeah, Sidney Curry, there's the pass again down low. There's another turnaround by Curry. And the Knights are not going to be able to just match baskets here with a double-digit deficit. Ray Wilson in the corner. That's Cole Wilson again. No good this time. And guess who with the rebound? Sidney Curry. Foster underneath. Banks is fouled pretty hard there by Ray Wilson.
Yeah, that might be the only way they can stop him is to foul him.
That'll be the 4th team foul on the Knights. Luers with 3 team fouls to this point. That was just Bray's first foul. Curry will get to the lane and lose it. And a jump ball called. It'll be Norwell's basketball. Good hands there by Cody Shively to tie up Banks. Luers goes to their, well, they're going to fall back. They're not going to put full court pressure on the Knights with a 15-point lead. 5 minutes left here in this one. And Luers is falling back into what appears to be a 2-3 zone. That's Bray Wilson from the elbow. And Curry brings it down for Luers. That's J.J. Foster into the lane. Nice pass to Banks. Banks is going to be fouled. That's going to go on Cole Wilson, I believe. He might have got hacked by a couple of different players there. It is Cole's second, team's 5th. And Jordan Banks will go to the line. Luers, we thought they might. They've done a great job of pounding it into the low post. Sidney Curry has scored a ton of points here in the second half on that low post. How many's he got, Noah?
Curry has 16 to his name.
Yeah. Most of those have come here in the second half. 4:42 left on the clock as Banks 1 of 2 from the line. Makes it a 16-point game. They were a 13-point favorite, according to Harrell.
Curry has 10 points this half.
Yeah. He knew he was having a really good half for Luers. Wilson with the 3, no good. And Davis, boy, he can get up, can he? Well above the rim. Nice move by J.J. Foster. Can't get the basket to go. Wanted the foul, none called. As he kind of split Norwell's defenders. Riley Stauffer wide open for 3, no good. And Stephen Curry up ahead to a cherry-picking J.J. Foster. That'll give Luers its 60th point. Well, getting up slow off the floor worked out well for J.J. Foster on that possession. 3:54 left on the clock. Norwell was tied with Luers at halftime if you're just joining us at 30. Luers outscored them by 9, and now they've got a 18-point lead, and on his way to the basket is Ray Walker. Good defense by Walker. And it's a 20-point lead for Luers. Kissel into the lane, leaves it for Stauffer. Stauffer. Now Cole Wilson drives, kicks, and a foul is going to be called. I think that's going to go on Banks, but we'll have to check it. That's his second, team's fourth. Foul was called on the floor, so Norwell will inbound it from there and thrown away by Bray Wilson. Davis will take it himself to the rim. Good finger roll there by Jason Davis. It's all Luers here in the fourth quarter. And a 9-point lead heading into it, and it's up to 22.
Yeah, with Luers running the pace, that'll happen quite quickly.
Yeah, they're taking very high percentage shots.
I mean, there's just a lot of fast break points that are being made here. As number 2, Arian Chapman comes in for Banks.
Luers outrunning Norwell on the offensive end pretty easily. Although when Luers put on the full court press, Norwell broke that easily and got to the rack a lot.
They did. Levi Leidig back on the floor for Norwell along with Colt Rinkenberger. As Cole Wilson puts up the jumper, can't get it to go, but gets the offensive rebound as two Luers players collide. Misses the putback, and Davis comes out of there with it for the Knights of Bishop Luers. Ray Walker, nice pass inside from J.J. Foster to Sidney Curry, and he misses for one of a very few misses here in this one for him. A foul is going to be called on Norwell. It'll go on Colt Rinkenberger. That's his first, team 6. So the next one will put the Knights from Luers into the bonus. Curry, interesting looking free throw, but it found nothing but net. As Cole Lewison's going to check in for the Knights, replacing Cole Wilson. Lewison, a sophomore, as the lead now up to 24 for Bishop Luers. Lewison gets a lot of minutes on JV. Long three by Kissel. Off the rim. J.J. Foster will get to the lane and miss it badly. It'll be off of Cole Lewison and remain Luers basketball. Coach Hawkins emptying his bench as Christian Bohata, another sophomore, on the floor. Ian Kissel takes a seat. J.J. Foster. Oh, nice inbound play by Bishop Luers as Chapman wide open underneath for 2. Levi Leidig across the timeline. Boy, the one thing he's going to have to learn is you don't give up your dribble until you're going to do something with it. As J.J. Foster left it for Curry. I think he was expecting Curry to get there a little sooner to dunk that basketball. But Curry not quite as quick as what Foster thought he might be. Another turnover for the Knights. There's another pass for Davis, and those guys just aren't quite in sync. Foster trying to get, that shot from Colt Rinkenberger off. The pass way up ahead to Davis. He'll lay it up. And it's a 30-point lead for Luers. J.J. Foster's going to burn a 30-second timeout to get subs in the game with 1:27 seconds left. We'll take a quick break here from Bluffton Tire and be right back. Luers up by 30.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front-end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Terry Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Kerry Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Bishop Luers 72, Norwell 42, 1:27 left in this one. All kinds of subs in now for both teams. Alex Nair in there for Bishop Luers, as is number 22, Elijah Jett. There's a long three by Quentin Middleton, no good, but Leidig with the offensive rebound. He'll kick to Bohada. Also Grant McMichael in there for Norwell. He just had a touch. So it's McMichael, Bohada, Lewison, Leidig, and Middleton for Norwell. For Luers, it's Walker, Alex Nair, Jett, Davis, or excuse me, that's Chapman, number 2, and Davis, number 3. That's Walker with the basketball. Underneath Chapman. Chapman, another good-sized kid, listed at 6'4", as Nair misses the 3. Alex Nair's a 5-something junior. He's taller than 5 foot tall. As Walker gives it up, Jett corrals it, can't get it to go. It's off of Cole Lewis, and it'll remain Luers basketball. And another sub for the Norwell Knights, Luke Zettis, on the roster tonight, wearing number 42. He'll check in, get 20.6 seconds worth of playing time. And a foul's going to be called on Cole Lewison. It was obvious it was on Cole because he clapped his hands after he committed the foul. It'll send Jett to the line for Bishop Luers.
Something we didn't mention in the pregame show we didn't have was the JV was defeated by Luers 61-51.
And the freshmen, they lost as well, correct?
No, they won.
Our freshmen won?
Our freshmen won. Didn't Mr. Morgan say that?
He said Luers went on a big run at the end of the second quarter.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if he was talking about us or them.
Jett with a couple of free throws. 19 seconds left. Norwell will try to put the biscuit through the basket one more time here as Lewison turns it over. They will not get the opportunity. In fact, I doubt that Luers even puts a shot up here. That's Nair way up top with 2 seconds. 1, and the buzzer sounds. That'll be the ball game. Your final, Luers 74, Norwell 42. Here at the Castle, the Knights fall to 9-12. Luers improves to 9-8. They are a game over 500 as we head into the last 3 games of the season for each team. We'll take a break here from a couple of sponsors and be back with your post-game show after these words.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
We repair
and we renew.
Surgical services at Adams Memorial Hospital, helping you be healthy in every way. We comfort
and we deliver.
The Maternity Center at Adams Memorial Hospital, helping your family be healthy in every way.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Welcome back to the Castle and your post-game show as we're discussing dance moves in this 30-point loss.
I don't know you people. That's all I'm
Well,
saying. I don't know you.
I'm not going to reveal this surprise, but we'll have a surprise for you on Friday night, and this will all make sense. Well, reasonably so.
Honestly, I'm up here just talking into a microphone. I just don't know these people that are up here with me.
Well, Mr. We don't know who you are. Would you please share and enlighten us with some statistics from this basketball game?
I'll try to, Mr. Ghost. Let's start off with Bishop Luers individually scoring. Number 2, Arian Chapman, he had 2 points. Number 3, Jason Davis he had 10 points. Number 5, leading scorer for both teams tonight, Sidney Curry had 22 points. Number 11, Ray Walker had 4 points. Number 12, J.J. Foster had 13 points. Number 15, Blaine Cook had 6 points. Number 22, Elijah Jett had 2 points. And then number 35, Jordan Banks had 15 points. The Luers were 30 of 52 from the field, which is 57%. That's the best percentage I've seen, I think, all season from any team that we've faced. For 2-point field goals, they were 24 of 37, which is 64%. And then for 3-point field goals, they were 6 of 15, which is 40%. Then from the free throw line, they were 8 of 9, which is 88%. All of those stats are really, really good for the Bishop Luer Knights.
Well, it helps when you're shooting layups on almost every possession.
Yep, right. That's very true, Greg. Non-scoring, they had 18 assists total. They also had 29 rebounds total. 8 of them coming from number 5, Sidney Curry, and another 8 coming from number 3, Jason Davis. They also had 9 steals total. 5 of those 9 came from number 11, Ray Walker. 1 block coming from Jordan Banks. 9 fouls total and 5 turnovers total. 3 of them coming from number 5, Sidney Curry, and 2 of them coming from number 11, Ray Walker. And now for your Norwell Knights. Not a pretty sight. Number 10, Cody Shively had 13 points. He led the Knights. Number 12, Ian Kissel had 12 points. Number 20, Cole Wilson had 9 points. Number 30, Colt Rankenberger had 2 points. And number 32, Bray Wilson had 6 points. The Knights were 17 of 46 from the field, which is 36%. They were also 9 of 17 for 2-point field goals, which is 52%. And 8 of 29 for 3-point field goals, which is 27%. They were also 0 of 5 from the free throw line. They didn't shoot a free throw there in that second half. Non-scoring for the Norwell Knights, they had 11 assists total, 3 of them coming from Ian Kissel and another 3 coming from Bray Wilson. They also had 17 rebounds total, 1 steal, 9 fouls total, and 13 turnovers, 5 of them coming from number 15, the freshman Levi Leidig. It's hard when you're playing against a team that is so much taller than you, but there are definitely a lot of things that you can do with that. Norwell just did not shoot the ball at all. That 8 of 29 for 3-point field goals, that hurts. It really does. And then you're not getting very many 2-point field goals to go in either with 9 of 17. You're really not shooting a lot of them. But it definitely hurts when you see 8 of 29 for 3-point field goals.
Well, that's for sure. And, Derek, they had such a drought to start that second half. They went there was 1:46 left in the third quarter when Norwell finally put a basket on the board in the second half. And by then, they had fallen behind by double digits and ended up taking a 9-point deficit into that fourth quarter.
Yeah, and things have to, even if things are clicking, there's a certain point where you can only get so far without shooting the ball.
Yeah.
And when you can't shoot the ball, and they have struggled the last several games putting up points. Now, the exception I think has to be Friday against Huntington North, much slower pace. Thought they did a real nice job for the vast majority of that game, controlling the pace and kind of controlling what they did on offense and defense as well. But kind of struggled in the last couple of minutes, and it cost them, unfortunately, a conference championship in what was the first ever Northeast State title shared by 4 different teams.
And to be fair, a very watered down conference championship as it was split 4 ways.
Yep.
And the NE8, when they put it together, decided that they would not have any kind of backup on the championship, which I have never agreed with. But that's the way they do it on all sports. I'm sure it makes everybody feel a little bit better. But it was split 4 ways. So half the conference finished
championship.
Yeah, finished in first place. So I don't know that means a whole lot. But Norwell, really uncharacteristic tonight. 0 for 5 from the free throw line, Noah.
You definitely have never seen that this entire season. I'm not really sure when the last time I've ever seen that from the Norwell Knights, from a boys team or a girls team for that matter.
When was the last time you saw Randy Hawkins' coach team have more turnovers than free throws attempted? I don't know if that's happened in 7 years.
That's a very good point, Greg.
And I can almost guarantee it hasn't happened at the Castle.
Yeah, that's
sure. This has been in Coach Hawkins' tenure. This has been a very, very tough place to play, and there's been a couple shellackings here over the last couple of weeks. Had the Columbia City come in here and dominate. So it's been a rough several weeks. It's since the new year. It's really been rough for the Knights.
Norwell with just 3 regular season games left on their schedule and no let up. I mean, Jay County, champions of the ACAC, their first year in the conference, comes in on Friday night. That's senior night. They are going to be very tough. And then Norwell finishes the season on the road next week with Snyder on Tuesday night and Homestead on Friday night. So if they're going to get another win during this regular season, they're really going to have to step it up against 3 quality opponents over the next 3 games.
Yeah, it's really tough, but that's what gets you ready for sectional play.
Right.
That's why they do that at the end of the season. They schedule a bunch of 4A teams, get you ready for the tournament.
Well, Derek, one more order of business. I'll let you start things for player of the game tonight for your Norwell Knights.
That's tough, especially since the offense really didn't click at all in the second half, only 12 points as a team. But I'm going to go with Cody Shively. I thought he hit a couple of timely threes. And nobody got to the line. We had just 2 different guys get to the line for a total of 5 attempts. But as a general, I like Cody Shively.
Yeah. What do you think, Noah?
I agree with both of you. Cody Shively, like you said, Derek, he did hit some very timely shots. They were very smart shots that he took as well. He handled the ball very well tonight. Really
did.
Trying to move the ball around because he knew that that was how you were going to beat that zone, that 1-3-1 zone that Bishop Luers were putting against them. One final time for Cody Shively. He had 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 2 for 2 for 2-point field goals, and 3 of 8 for 3-point field goals. And Derek, like you said, he didn't attempt any free throws. And you know what? He's usually a decent free throw shooter as well, but not a lot of free throw shooting for the Norwell Knights, and it's just an awkward night tonight.
I agree with you, fellas. I think Cody Shively is going to be your New Holland Tri-County player of the game. I don't think Coach Hawkins is going to make it up here this evening. Hopefully he'll be able to join us Friday night as we celebrate the seniors. Of course, just 3 of them this year on the boys team. And then, of course, we'll also honor the senior cheerleaders on Friday night as well. So join us early. We'll be on early for those festivities prior to the varsity game. I imagine we'll probably be on by 7:15, if maybe not even a little bit before that. Of course, that all supposes that the software works correctly, and we can stream all that for you. But that'll do it for tonight. Once again, your final, Norwell loses at home to a solid Bishop Luers team. Luers improves to 9-8 on the season. Norwell falls to 9-12. The final score one more time, Bishop Luers 74, Norwell 42. For Noah Tobias and Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.